you guys enjoyed that montage. Now I'm going to get on to my actual settings and obviously what I believe are the best controller settings in Fortnite. So yeah, if you guys are new, before I get into this, make sure you guys subscribe and drop a like on this video because I post videos all the time on this and these videos do really well, settings videos. So all the new viewers, make sure you guys subscribe because I'm on that grind. I'm always posting new content and you aren't going to want to miss the videos that I've got planned. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and of course turn on notifications. But anyway, into the settings. These are preferably if you do not play claw. So you just play with a standard controller and a standard grip on your controller. So this will apply to most players. It doesn't really matter what you use, if you play claw, if you have paddles or not, but this is the right sensitivity I like, and these are the binds that I think work really well for just normal controller players. So onto the controller X and Y sensitivity, I use a 0.75 X and Y. So I feel like this is a really good balance between obviously hitting your shots, but you don't want your X and Y sensitivity too low because I personally now and again like to go for like flick shots and stuff like that, and I feel like this is a really good balance. So yeah, I play 0.75 for both. If you want, you could maybe up this to around 8, but I want to have it any higher because preferably in my opinion that's what works really well for me, and I feel like I hit most of my shots using this as well, so I highly recommend having it between 0.7 and 0.8. I'd have it anywhere between there, should be fine. For my controller targeting and scope sensitivity, I use a 0.2 and a 0.16. So yeah, this isn't really too important. Most players have it on around 0.2, 0.3. So yeah, I personally have mine a bit lower. I know my scope sensitivity especially is really low, but I mean, I like to have my sensitivity a bit low, especially for scope, because I don't want to be all over the place when I'm aiming in with a sniper, and it's just what I'm used to. So if you really want, you could have this on like 0.3, but I wouldn't go any higher than that because it's going to be a bit all over the place. But I personally would use around, as long as it's roughly 0.2, that's what I'd recommend for them. And onto the building and edit sensitivity, which is probably the most important bit. So for my building, I have 1.450. I know that could be a bit low compared to like other people. Like some people like to have this on max, just have it on 2.0. And if you're used to high sensitivity, I'd recommend that. But I personally don't like to have it too low. As I said, I feel like this is a good balance between good aim and fast building. And yeah, I feel like every day I usually up this by a little bit. So like every day or every week, maybe I'll just up this by like 0.6 or 0.10. Then I'm slowly getting used to a higher sensitivity then. So yeah, I feel like around 1.5 for your building sense is probably suitable. So onto the edit sensitivity, I have that on a 1.170. So again, that's quite low, but I mean editing is really important and I can't have it on too high because I just mess up my edits. So as I said, I'm doing the same as well. I'm just slowly increasing this a little bit every single day or every single week, just so I'm slowly getting used to high sensitivity, because you want to take your time with it and you don't want to just, you know, straight up just put it on 2.0 because that's just not going to work. So yeah, I personally have this in between 1.2 and 1.4. It depends, as I said, if you're used to high sensitivity, but this is what I recommend. And yeah, that's the sensitivity. I'll go for the other ones now. So obviously invert view off, that's just normal. None of this really matters too much. I personally like my HUD scale quite low. I don't like to have it at max 1.0. I feel like it's just too big. So I have that on around a 0.65. Obviously FPS on. We got toggle sprint off. Sprint by default, have that on. I highly recommend you have that on. If you don't have that turned on, do it right now because it may be weird at first, but trust me, it's so much better. Make sure you turn that on. What else have we got? We got tap to search interact. That's a bit better as well. You can just click square when you're opening a chest. None of this really matters too much. Aim assist, obviously you want that on. Edit mode aim assist is a bit of like a big one. A lot of people like this, a lot of people don't like it. I personally just have it off. That's what I'd recommend as well. Most pro controller players have this off as well. So turbo building on. Also as well, make sure you have auto open doors on. This is really good for when you're making edits, and if you accidentally edit your wall, and you accidentally edit a door even, you automatically open the door and sometimes you don't even realize you made that edit. So I highly recommend having that on. I highly recommend it because if you're editing, you make a mistake, you just open it automatically, so it's definitely good to have that on. Now auto sort consumables to the right, again put that on. When you pick up a medkit or something, you'll always put it to the right hand side of your inventory anyway, so it just makes your life a bit easier. Obviously on all that. If you don't use a, well obviously if you have like circle or triangle to edit, or anything like that where there's a delay, make sure you have this obviously low as possible so your edits as fast as possible. For me, obviously I have a instant edit button, so it doesn't really matter. Vibration, I personally have that on. It depends obviously what you want though, it's your opinion, how you like to play. So that's all that. I have 0.65 brightness. None of this really matters too much. Obviously you want your volume high because you want to hear footsteps and stuff. Foot controller, I made a separate video on that if you guys want to check it out on my channel. I went more in depth about that, so if you guys don't understand what this means or you're a bit confused, just go on my channel, or you can just type in my name and just foot controller settings or something and watch that video because I explained it all. But I have that on. So for my binds then, I have a few basics. Obviously I play Builder Pro, just like everyone should. If you don't play Builder Pro in Season 10, then you know what you're doing, you need to play it, otherwise obviously you're just putting yourself at a disadvantage. But Builder Pro, obviously for my custom binds, obviously all this stuff is the same. I just have toggle pickaxe, I have that as L3, and I have my edit bind as touchpad, and I think that's it for all that. So I have touchpad for edit. If you guys, well, I've got a video coming out soon where I've got a hand cam and I'm just doing some edit courses and just talking about how I edit with touchpad with hand cam. So look out for that video soon. As I said, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you do, because I've got a video talking about how I edit with touchpad. So if you guys are confused like what finger I click with and all that, make sure you guys just stay tuned, and I've got a video coming out on that soon. So yeah, it's basically just an edit course, some nice edits and some nice clips using hand cams. So if you guys want to see more about that, look out for it soon. And then obviously I have my pickaxe for L3. Now pickaxe is, I'm pretty sure by default it's triangle or Y on Xbox, but I feel like you have to take your hand off the X button where you jump in and all, you're moving around and all that, to click triangle. So I like to have it L3, your hand's always on L3, so you can just pull out your pickaxe and it doesn't really cause any interruption. So those are my binds. Obviously I have, where is it now? I have circle for confirm, so I have double edit binds. I have a different bind for edit and confirm. Make sure you guys have that as well, so it's a bit better. And that's pretty much it. The rest of the default then. For my dead zone as well, I have 0.18 and 0.15. I had to change this because I did it a bit lower, but it seemed to be drifting quite a lot, so I upped it a little bit. And you can maybe have this a bit lower, but this is what I go with. It works pretty well for me. And yeah, that's pretty much all my settings. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. As always, make sure you use my creator code in the item shop. Tweet me some proof if you do. As always, follow my socials, all the links in the description. And yeah, peace out.